What's up, guys? Welcome back. Glad you're here. On today's episode, we got another cool deck for an even better cause. That's right, we're going to be looking at the new V.2 Squeezers deck by Organic Playing Cards and Riffle Shuffle. So, without further ado, buckle on your seatbelts. We're going there. Let's go. The Squeezers V.2 Alexis's Lemonade Stand Edition is the newest deck release by the team over at OPC, Organic Playing Cards, and RiffleShuffle.com. Alexis's Lemonade Stand is a non-profit that raises money and awareness for kids with leukemia. For every deck that OPC sells, they will be donating $1 to their foundation. So if you purchase 6 decks, you'll receive a custom half brick box as well, and it actually smells like a carton of lemonade. The front of the tuck box is to kind of mimic almost a carton of lemonade itself. It's going to say Squeezers there along the top, Alexis's Lemonade Stand Special Edition. It's going to have some lemonade there pouring on the underside coming from the top, and 100% fresh lemonade. The left side of the tuck is going to say light pulp, while the right side is going to say no artificial flavors or preservatives. The bottom of the tuck box is going to feature some ad copy about Organic Playing Cards and how it's one of 5,000 printed this time around. The back of the tuck box is going to resemble a nutrition label that's found on the back of lemonade and orange juice cartons as well. Kind of the same thing they did with the V1s, but instead of juice facts, it's going to be all about cards. The top of the tuck box itself, they did the same thing as they did with the V1s with that cool little straw hole. The inner part of the flap itself is going to be that all blue that's kind of along the top, and it's going to say Squeezers in yellow. The back design of the deck itself is going to be this really nice kind of powder baby blue color. It's going to have a nice medium-sized poker border and that kind of iconic look that OPC goes with pretty much every single time, which is going to have a fruit sliced in half, and it's going to be kind of dripping towards the other, kind of making it that two-way mirrored image. This deck does come printed by the United States Playing Card Company on their Premium B stock. That's right, it does have a traditional cut and an air cushion emboss, and this is a limited edition run of only 5,000 decks. Alright, so with this deck, you're going to get some extra squeezes out of it. That's right, because there's some extra cards. That's right, everybody loves some extra cards, so let's see what we get. The first card is going to be this really cool ad card, kind of explaining the whole Alexis's Lemonade Stand and things like that. Just explaining the nonprofit and everything that it stands for. The next card you're going to receive is going to be a duplicate card. That's right, a duplicate 5 of clubs. Duplicate cards are always great to have with you for, impossible location effects, here then there, things like that. Really great to have duplicates on you. Always cool to keep it in your wallet or on your persons. The last two, but certainly not least, extra cards you're going to get in this deck are going to be your duplicate and original jokers. That's right, the jokers are going to say Joker in each of the opposite corners there, and it's going to be highlighted in that bluish color for the J. These are duplicate and originals, like I said, and it's going to have that half-sliced kind of lemon that we've seen kind of oozing out that kind of resembled the same thing we saw on the back design of the deck. The pips and indices in this deck are pretty much a standard, besides a bit of recoloring, which we'll get into more here shortly. Your spades and clubs, which are normally black, are that same kind of really dark royalish blue color that we saw on the tuck case mixed with that yellow. Speaking of yellow, the diamonds and hearts, which are usually red, are that really nice golden yellow color to go with the theme of the deck. The court cards in this deck are also your industry standard, except for the reds and blues have been completely stripped out and replaced with that same kind of darkish blue and yellow golden color. You're going to have all of them in organic playing cards fashion, doing something really cool with a lemon, whether it be the King of Clubs with one sitting on his sword, or the King of Diamonds taking a bite out of one, and so on and so forth, making this deck really fun and good for Magic or Cardistry. Speaking of fun, the aces are also your same standard aces as you're used to until we get over to the really nice and iconic ace of spades at this point. That's right, as you get closer, it's going to say squeezers there underneath. That ace of spades pip there is kind of flipped upside down to look like a pitcher with a little bit of lemonade in it. That's right. So that's all I can say about this deck. Please join me now for my final thoughts. Alright, so you want to know my thoughts on this deck. I'm going to give it to you. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5, that's right, 4 out of 5. Great deck of cards, as always. Organic playing cards never fails, never lets us down. Great group of guys over there. Couple personal issues, but that's none to say the least. I just want you guys to know this is a great deck of cards. And like I said before, I think a couple reviews back, I was doing a deck review, and it was about a cause. And anytime, like I said, there's a deck with a great cause behind it, you can't help to just come together and just support it, okay? So if you guys haven't done this, please, I tell you to go and get this deck. I mean, like I said, every deck sold gives $1 to children and the Leukemia Foundation, and it's great. I mean, honestly, and it's not to kind of sucker anybody into it, or it's not to pressure anybody. It's not saying if you don't buy it, you don't care. I mean, there's other ways to donate as well, which I'll link below. But like I said, this is definitely a great start, and I can't wait to see what happens next. So, great deck of cards, like I said, 4 out of 5. Organic's been dropping cards more frequently lately. They're just announcing another deck coming, so definitely looking forward to it. And yeah, so definitely go and check them out. If you haven't got your hands on any kind of organic playing cards decks, definitely do so. I'm telling you, you're missing out. I've been with them since the beginning, and I plan on staying with them till the end. So we'll see what happens in the near future. So that's it. Like I said, I'll link everything down below. If you guys can go and check these out, if they're still available, the whole 9, you know where it's at down in the description. Give them a follow as well. Tell them I sent you. And that's it. So I want to thank you guys. If you enjoyed this review, you know what to do. Make sure you smash that like button, as all the cool kids say. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you beautiful people on the next one.